Well, welcome to the Jazz Jumpstart Show. I am your host, Jasmine Romaine, and I am so jazzed to be here with you on this Valentine's Day. You know, when I think about this day, I think about so many types of different situations, and one of them is a particular scripture, and it says, love is patient, love is kind. So rich, so needed as we have this Jazz Jumpstart conversation. Well, if you've never joined in before, I welcome you. I am Jasmine Romaine, and you know how we do it on this show. We pop up because I love to be able to see you, especially on this day, since it's Valentine's Day. And I'm so excited to have you. So I'm Jasmine Romaine. If you've never come on the show before, I am the only motivational speaker who can get you jazzed about success. I'm a speaker coach as well as a world changer. So I only speak with the world changer. So if you're tuning in right now, guess what? You too are a world changer, history maker. Yes, you are. So if you have not hit the subscribe button already, go ahead, hit that button that says subscribe so that way you can stay tuned for even more of the talks and the top conversations that we have here on the Jazz Jumpstart Show. And I have a very, very special topic for you all on today. This is all about a theme of love, and it's all about the theme of love is patient and love is kind. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is the greatest love of all. And I was thinking about this because I was in a prayer group earlier this morning. And as the prayer was flowing, it was flowing out the greatest love of all is God. And I believe, world changer, that the greatest love of all involves God and the purpose he has for you. So the greatest love of all, purpose. So what purpose are we talking about? And for those of you who know, I am so passionate of world changers amplifying their mission, amplifying their voices so they can get out there and have that jazz jumpstart. They can be lights in the world by just using their voice because your voice is powerful. Your voice has purpose. And guess what? Your voice can pull those things that you're looking for, and it'll be coming to you just because of the things that you speak. So your words have that power. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you the 3 P's that will help you with the greatest love of all, which is purpose. So are you ready? Are you ready? When I start my morning, not just today on this Mission Moves Monday, but any day, I always start with prayer. And for me, prayer starts me with an alignment because it gives me that chance to now have that communication with God on what it is that I need to start my day with. See, I have to talk to my greatest love of all so I can be able to give more love to people, to give more love into the purpose, to give more love into the things that I'm doing. This is how I start my day. And so I share with you just as well so you can start your day with prayer and positioning yourself so you can have that forefront of what it is that you need. And so prayer could be taking that time for your devotion, taking that time to learn what it is that you're called to do for that day and give praise. Like, what are you excited about? Are you excited about life? Are you excited about the things that you are called to do for today? Just taking that moment. And I think that so many times we get into this busyness of life that we just get up and do our day-to-day routine. But what if we jazzed it up and started with the greatest love of all, which is God, and really positioning ourselves in prayer and taking that time to actually talk to him on what it is that we're called to do for today. So that's how I start my day. And this is what I feel will help you as world changers to get after your purpose, to go after the things you're called to do just as well. Just have that moment, center yourself, go into prayer, have that opportunity where you can communicate with your creator on the things that you're called to do. And so you're definitely going to need prayer. I remember when I was in different cities, traveling from different cities, looking for my next big opportunity in radio. And I remember the first thing I will always do was just center myself in prayer. Sometimes I'd be praying when I was walking, you all, but I knew that for me, that would be that start for me to be able to go after purpose. Even today, as I work with world changers all over the world, that's one of the biggest things that I love to do is just pray because it unlocks opportunities. It unlocks who your divine creator is for you to be able to create. There's a scripture that I love. It says, God gives you the ability to create wealth. So if he gives you the ability to create wealth, how will you be able to have that ability if you don't communicate? So you're going to have to know by talking to him so you can know what your purpose is for today. Come on now, I get excited speaking, but it's just part of how it goes. So you're going to need the prayer. The second thing is to make sure you position. How can you position yourself for the miracles, the blessings, the opportunities to come your way? Well, you have to position yourself with the intention. Once you have the intention and you position yourself with being intentional, that's where things can come to you. So, for those of you who are speakers and you're looking for opportunities to come your way for bookings and different opportunities to come your way with clients, how can you position yourself? Is once you're in that alignment with prayer, those opportunities start happening. But maybe some of the positioning might be to actually get the education. Maybe it's to get the coaching. Maybe it's to learn your craft and get out there and actually study what it is that you're doing. So that way, when you're getting out there, you can position yourself even more. I know that every person who does something has a leader before them. Guess what? Even yours truly has coaches, is standing behind coaches. Like it takes people to help you position yourself. And if you want to position yourself in greatness, if you want to position yourself with opportunities, you're going to have to be intentional about your moves so you can be able to get into all that God has called you to. So, what does that positioning look like for you? Is it reading? Is it listening to even this YouTube video? Is it being able to take courses and classes? You have to be in position and know to be intentional about your moves and to make it happen. This is how it all flows so that way you can get into purpose. And I feel for so many, as you get into that purpose, it takes you into the promised land. And the promised land is taking you into wealth, it's taking you to breaking generational types of bondages on your family. It's being able to have fulfillment and to have joy and to really be able to experience the abundance. You know, I love my flowers behind me. It's a beautiful painting that I have. And one of the things that I love is it reminds me of the abundance when it comes to flourishing. Are you ready to position yourself where you can flourish in abundance? Are you ready to position yourself where you can be able to pull in those things that you need? I believe that opportunities and different blessings can come your way when you position yourself for it. In my book, Speak to Profit, How to Speak with Confidence and Jazz Up Your Sales, I mentioned how it is so important for you to use words that will position yourself to be able to have these opportunities come to you. Can it happen without having a pitch? Yes, it can happen with using your story and having that position. But maybe sometimes it comes with that foundation on knowing the know how, because the know how will show you how to be able to get the gold mine of what it is that you're looking for. So position yourself, and that will take you to the greatest love of all. And last but not least, once you position your prayer and you have the positioning for yourself, guess what? You're now able to take it to the purpose. So everybody, I truly believe, has a purpose in life. Your purpose may be to give joy. Your purpose may be to be an advocate for someone. Your purpose might even be to be a fighter, to fight for people who cannot fight for themselves. Your purpose may be to show people that it's possible. You have a purpose. Every person out there has a purpose. So our job is, in order for us to get to that purpose, we have to understand what our assignment is and be in alignment with that assignment so we can be able to have the greatest love of all in the purpose and the things that we're called to do. So how can you do just that? Well, you move in your purpose. You water the seeds every single day of what you're doing. Every single day, you're moving in action. You're being consistent. You are doing things that go in alignment with your purpose. You do not just leave it there, but you water it. Just think about a flower. If you don't water it, what happens? It withers. And then that withering comes into just like this withering that just makes it die. We are not doing that. What we're not going to do is do that, right? We are going to actually make our purpose live. So think about what you can do every single day that's going to allow you to align with your purpose, the greatest love of all. Because when you are in alignment with your purpose, when you are giving your purpose out and not looking at it like it's a job or just a career or something you do to make money, you are now aligning yourself to be a light in the world because you're now doing things that are fulfilling for you. I believe that purpose is promised land. Promised land is that abundance, it is that fulfillment. And when you do what you're called to do and using your gifts, where you don't have any competition, the only competition is you, yourself, and you, then you're able to get out there and really position yourself for greatness. You're out there making a lane for yourself because it's only you. And I'm a huge advocate for those of you who know, for being true to who you are, for being who you are called to be, whether it's in the speaker space, whether it is in your corporate opportunities, whether it is in whatever work sphere that you have, that you just be true to who you are, embracing all of you and bringing who you are to the table. Now that's love. That is the greatest love of all. It is the purpose that's within, the purpose that you can use, and the purpose that will shine through because you are now operating on a different zone. I get so excited when I can share about these opportunities with you all, how you can have the greatest love of all, how you can position yourself in purpose, how you can even align yourself with being able to have the abundant opportunities. Because I truly believe that as you are moving forward, you are helping someone else to move forward too, with the light that you carry in all that you do. See, I've been doing this for years. And one thing that I noticed that when I put prayer first, when I position myself and I move in purpose, it's a different type of light. And I train all of my clients to do the same thing. So that way, when they're moving with a difference about them, a different light that's on them. You know how there are different types of lights? You go into Lowe's or any of the Home Depot stores, and you go in there a certain aisle and they have these different lights. Some of the lights sparkle. Some of the lights have like a bigger bright light to it. Some of it's a little dim, but they're different lights. But guess what? They all stay lit. And so I believe that you can stay lit and do the things that you're called to do to make that light that you're called to. And you can be just like that in Lowe's and in Home Depot or any department store that's selling these lights and shine. Because in that aisle, you know what? That owl has this like a different type of vibe to it. You just feel like the glow, right? And so when you have the greatest love of all and purpose, you glow differently and it helps the world to glow just as well. So I just wanted to come on here and give you all this message about the greatest love of all, which is purpose, that you will truly stay in alignment with your assignment and you will go after the things you're called to do and that you will be a huge light in the world. So for those of you who are looking to get out there and amplify your mission and your voice even more so, and you're like, Jasmine, I want to be able to have this feeling. I want to be able to speak my story. I want to amplify my voice. Hey, there are resources in the description down below that you can be able to have access to that can help you. I have one-on-one coaching programs. I have books that will help you, but most of all, I have the resources you need to help you elevate towards getting into purpose, to being able to amplify your mission, and most of all, amplify your voice. So if you're looking to get out there, you're like, hey, Jasmine, I don't want to be silent anymore. I want to have the greatest love of all purpose. Go ahead and book that one-on-one today so we can get out there and help you with the strategies you need to be able to satisfy not only yourself, but be a light in the world. So I'm Jasmine Romaine here on the Jazz Jumpstart Show, giving you another message on this Mission Moves Monday and this Valentine's Day for you to have the greatest love of all, purpose. You know what? Go ahead and Tune into that Whitney Houston song, The Greatest Love of All, because that's exactly what we're going to give, the greatest love of all in our purpose. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.